Back to Basics fans, it's TJ here with Fat Kings TV, coming to you with Random Week. So this week we're talking about the tools we use to help us practice self-love and self-compassion. So what do I use to practice self-love? Well, me personally, I use lubricant. I use a towel or a rag, or sometimes just a t-shirt that might be laying on the floor. That's pretty much just for cleanup after the self-love, and some really good porn. So it has to be good porn. Like bad porn, I can't really practice self-love with bad porn, so it has to be pretty good. But anyway, that's self-love. Self-compassion, I'm not so good at compassion. But let's get into the questions and we'll talk about that more. So what do you give yourself permission to mess up on? Nothing. I give myself permission to mess up on not a damn thing. I feel like you make a conscious decision every step of the way. I mean, not that mistakes don't happen, but you can't allow yourself to mess up. You can just make a conscious decision to do X. X might be not going to the gym, might be choosing to eat ice cream or eat hot wings, or just whatever it is that the rules and the guidelines that you set out for yourself, you go outside of those. And I guess that's what somebody might call messing up. To me, I just call it making a poor decision. I don't give myself permission to do it. I just, before it happens, I think about it and I make the conscious choice, and then I move on. So I don't know that I guess you could say you're giving yourself permission to mess up, but it's not a mess up. It's not a mistake. It was a conscious choice. So I don't give myself anything that I can say, okay, you can mess up on this. Next thing, do you struggle with negative self-talk? I do not. When I do something wrong or I make a bad decision, so let's say that I decide, okay, I'm going to eat ice cream. I'm craving it, I'm dying for it, and I ate it. And I made the conscious choice to do that. There's two things that are going to happen, generally. Either you're going to sit and think about how, oh my God, I shouldn't have ate that ice cream. I shouldn't, oh my God, I went off plan. I went and I did something I shouldn't have done, and blah, and you beat yourself up. To me, that's negative self-talk. To me, I eat ice cream and I go, well, that's probably not the best decision. I should correct that in the future, and I move on and I just let it go. So I try to turn it into positive self-talk. I do not dwell on the negative things or the mistakes or the mess-ups that I have. So no, I don't struggle with negative self-talk. The other thing, do you struggle with being good enough? All these questions I had a hard time with this week. This is like the 8th time I made this video, but I don't know if I struggle with being good enough because I don't know what good enough is. I think good enough is a social or a societal standard that you're measuring yourself against. So good enough, I think, is one, it's societal. It's measuring yourself against somebody else's standards. And it's for quitters. Someone who says, good enough, that means, I'm giving up. I'm not going to do any better than this. Now, there's good enough, and then there's doing the best that you can possibly do. And that's what I strive for, is doing the best that I possibly can do. And it will just have to be good enough because I can't do anything more than this. And if I don't live up to that standard, I don't do my very best, that would go back to messing up, which is not a mess up. I made the conscious decision not to do whatever it is, or to do whatever it is. If it was a poor decision, the self-talk part of it, I just tell myself, hey, you learn from this, and I don't dwell on it. And then being good enough, well, it just has to be good enough because it's my best. If you're not doing your best, then you're cheating yourself. And I don't know what to say about that. Stop doing that. Start doing the best that you can do, and that's all you can do. And you have to accept the results. If you're not doing your best, you're not doing your best, and you just make better decisions. Is that good enough? Well, it has to be because it's the best that I can do. Are you winning the battle? Again, I don't look at it as a battle. I don't look at it as a battle against weight loss or The fight against obesity that a lot of people look at it as. I look at this whole thing as a journey. A battle to me is more negative, but it's a journey, it's an adventure. You're learning things about your body and yourself and other people around you and what your new limits are and what you can do in life, both physically and mentally. It's just really all about discovery and of course health, getting yourself more healthy. But it's not really a battle. Just do the best you can do, make conscious decisions, and the outcome is the outcome. That's about all I can say about that. So remember, journey doesn't stop until you do. I'll see you next week.